I had to go to the city and I brought along a small sketchbook, a pencil and some pens. Let me show you what I created while sharing a few tips for beginners. I'm Leah, a visual artist inspired by nature, and today I'll show you an urban sketch made with fine liners on location. I live quite far from the city and usually when I go there, I'm busy trying to get through all the errands that build up. This time I had the chance to simply sit on a bench and sketch a little before heading back home. This is the main square of Nova Friburgo, a small city in the mountains of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I wanted to sketch some of the beautiful trees here, especially the ones surrounded by the Monstera deliciosa plants. Tip number 1. Start small. With a smaller sketchbook, you can quickly fill the page with the main elements and add more information as you go. Here I'm using an A6 sketchbook by Canson. I use it for many different materials, although the paper isn't great for wet techniques. In the beginning, it's better to make more sketches than to aim for perfection. Tip number 2. Use simple materials. There's no need for fancy supplies. A pencil, a mechanical pencil, an eraser, or just a pen will do. All you really need is something to make marks on paper to start sketching. You don't need to think about color right now unless you really want to. The idea is to start noticing what you see and capturing what feels important on paper. And that brings us to the next tip. Tip number 3. Begin with lighter lines. While you are still figuring out where to place the elements, don't press the pencil too hard. As you decide where you really want them to be, you can start making stronger marks. Even if you're sketching with pen, you still can begin with thinner lines and add more thickness later. Here I'm using a kneaded eraser just to lift a bit of the graphite because I wasn't sure I'd go over with the drawing with pen or just keep it in pencil. If you already know you use pen on top, you don't need to erase the pencil first. Tip number 4. Simplify. Don't try to draw everything you see. Choose your focus point and let the rest fade into lighter marks or suggestion. Working on location can sometimes feel overwhelming with the huge amount of details we notice in urban or natural landscapes. But if we want our work to capture something specific, like a feeling we had, or to highlight something we truly love about the environment, then simplifying allows that element to stand out so your sketch can express that feeling more directly. Tip number 5. Mark the larger shapes first. Start by placing the main elements on the page before getting into detail. Look for the bigger shapes and sketch them lightly. As you can see, my subject has a lot of textures and details, and the challenge is to capture the essence in just a few lines. After drawing the main shapes, you can start adding more information to your sketch, but try not to stay too long in just one spot in this phase. Tip number 6. Work fast. This reminder is for me as well, because I tend to over-render, but that's not the goal of quick observation of sketches. When sketching a location, the focus is to observe and learn about your subject. Later, at home or in the studio, you can refine or finish the work if you wish. At this stage, I've decided to go over the initial sketch with pen and I'm using an eraser to lift some of the graphite. Tip number 7. Interact with people. Here, someone came up to talk while I was sketching. If you understand Portuguese, you catch what he's saying. I don't mind interruptions. I enjoy chatting, and sometimes people are curious about what I'm doing. Conversations can make the experience even richer, so don't miss the opportunity. Now I'll let you enjoy part of the fine liner process before I tell you the next tip. Here is what I've sketched so far on location, but I decided to continue in the studio, and this brings us to the next tip. Tip number 8, take a photo. If you want to continue later, don't forget to take a reference photo. That way, you can use your time outside to make more sketches and complete them afterward. It's totally fine to finish later, and that's exactly what I did with this sketch. So now, let's go back to the studio and complete this work. In the studio, I can add the details and textures that I think will make a difference. If you're like me and enjoy hatching, cross-hatching and building textures, this is the perfect moment to tell you the next tip. Tip number 9. Have fun. This is the most important lesson. Enjoy the moment, your sketchbook, the subject, the place, and even the rendering you might do later in the studio. This final phase is totally optional. The sketch was already completed on location. But if you feel there's something else you'd like to add, go ahead and do it. But remember what I said in tip number 1. Don't aim for perfection. A drawing doesn't need to be perfect to be meaningful. Here I thought the sketch was finished, I even signed it, but the next day...
Ui, coisa linda! Ui, alegria! Ai, que alegria! Que alegria!
I made a few touch-ups, and that brings us to the next tip. Tip number 10. Sketch often. The best way to grow as an artist is to make sketching a regular habit. You don't need hours or the perfect subject. Even a quick 5-minute sketch while waiting for a bus or having coffee can teach you something. Each time you sketch, you are training your eyes to observe better and your hands to move with more confidence. The more often you do it, the less pressure you feel to make every drawing perfect. It becomes part of your everyday life, like jotting down a note or taking a snapshot. Over time, you notice that your sketchbook becomes a visual diary of moments, places, and feelings. The more pages you fill, the more natural sketching from observation will become. I hope you enjoyed spending this moment with me and that it inspires you to slow down and sketch the places around you. I've written a post to go along with this video and you'll find a link in the description if you'd like to read it. Thank you for being here and I see you in the next video. Subscribe for more. Bye!